Hello guys, I welcome you back to JN Graphic Tutorials. In this session of tutorial, we are going to learn how to design a birthday flyer. But before then, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I want you to subscribe to the channel. Over here, we do videos and tutorials on graphic design. So if you find this interesting, I want you to subscribe to the channel for more amazing graphic design content. So guys, let's begin with creating our beautiful flyer. So first of all, let's head on to our Photoshop. Then we hit on new file. I'll make sure that the width is 2000, the height is 2000, the resolution should be 300. The color mode should be RGB color since it is going to be a social media flyer. Then I'll leave the pixels to be pixels. Then we will just hit on create. So this is the background that we are going to work on. So first of all, I'll go to my view, go to my guys, then I'll go to new guide layout. So this is what I actually want to apply. So after that, I'll just head on to my file, go to place link. Then the first link that I'm going to place is this link. I'll make sure that it takes all over the entire background, something like this. Then I just select it. Then I go to filter, go to my blur, Gaussian blur. Then I make sure that I blur it to about a radius of 52 or something, about 52, 40 something. So I think I will use 47. Then I just hit on OK. Then after I'm done with this, I will just go to my file again, go to place link. Then I will bring this image. Then I make sure that this one too takes the entire of the background, something like this. Then after that, I will change the blending option to dissolve. Then I will decrease the opacity to about 17, about something like this. So after I'm done with this, I'll go on and import the next resource. So I'll go back again, place link. Then I'll bring this resource. I'll make sure that it takes the entire background, something like this. Then I will change the blending option to soft light. So this is what actually I want to create. So after I have reached here, I will create my circle. So I will just go to my shape box, go to my customize shape box. Then I will go forward and choose this circle. Then I will draw this circle on the entire background, something like this. Something like this is very cool. Then I make sure that the color is actually a white color. So this is what I actually want to create, something like this. I make sure that it is at the center of the flyer. So after I'm done with this, I will continue to import my resources. So I will go to file again and go to place link. But this time I'm going to place this link here. Something like this is very cool and beautiful. So I make sure that I resize it to a level like this. I think this is very cool and beautiful. Then after I'm done with this, I will still go on and import another resource again. So I'll go to my place link and then I will bring this link here. Very nice and beautiful, but I make sure that this one will come behind the other one so that I will create something like this here. So I will resize it a little bit. So something like this is very cool and beautiful. So this is actually what I wanted to create. Very cool and beautiful. So after I'm done with this, I will still go on and create a gradient. So I'll go to my panel here and create a gradient like this. But before then, let's change the foreground color to something like a dark brown color, something like this. It's very cool. Then let's go on and create our gradients. So this is actually what I wanted to create. So after I'm done creating my ingredient, I will start typing. So I will just move on to my type tool and create this text box here. Then I will type something like in capital. Let me change the color to white so that it will be visible for us to see what I'm actually doing. So I will just type in capital BEF. Then I will select it, go to my text box. I make sure that the size of the text is 72. Then the height of the text should be 140. Then the spaces between the text should be -50. Then I think that's all. Then I make sure that it is a Roboto font and it is changed to something like a bold font, something like this. So this is what we are going to use for now. So I will just place it here, something like this. It's very cool and beautiful. Then I'll just hold on Ctrl J to duplicate it and bring the other one just beneath the verb. Then I'll select the down one and type D. So this is what actually I want to create. Something like this is very beautiful and nice. So this is what I actually want to create. So after I'm done with this, I can still continue and add some few text to it. So I will just type something like happy. I will select it. I make sure that the font is changed to regular, something like this. Then I can still do something about the spaces. I think the space is cool. So let's go on and I will resize it to something like this. Then I will just place it at the top of the birthday. Something like this is very cool. So after I'm done with this, I will continue to add the name of the person. So I just pick my text tool again and type the name of the person. So let's type the name of the person. So Ransford Atta Junior. Let me reduce the size of the text to about something like this, Atta Junior. So I will select the text and this time I will reduce the text height to 77, something like this. It's very cool. Then I will just bring the name just under the birthday, so I can expand it a little bit. Something like this is very cool. So I can go on and select it again, and I'll make sure that maybe it can be a light font. I think a light font is very cool. So I can go on and expand it a little bit. Then I'll make sure that it is just under the birthday. So after I'm done with this, I will go on and add some few text to it. God bless you with long life and prosperity. May this day bring a lot of joy into your parts. So this is what I want to add to it, a few text to it, something like this. Then I will select the text and make sure that they are centrally aligned, something like this. But I can also change the alignment to maybe something like this, so that we can just place the text just at the side of the birthday, something like this. Very cool and beautiful. So we can go on and select this text and make sure that they are on regular, something like this. Very cool and awesome. So now after we are done with this, we will still import other resources. So I will just go to my file again, go to my place link. This time I'm going to bring a flare like this here, a flare like this. Then I make sure that I change the blending option to something like a screen. But first of all, I'll place the first one just behind all the, just behind, something like this. Then I will go on and duplicate the flare and bring this one on top of it. So this is what actually I want to create, something like this. Then after I'm done with this, I'll go on and take my brush. Then I make sure that the hardness of the brush is 0 and the size is a little quite bigger, something like this. This is so big, something like this, so that we can brush off the sharp part of the flare, and it will blend to the background perfectly, something like this. Is very cool. So I can just position it very well, and I can go on and clean this shiny parts of the flare and expand it widely, something like this. Is cool. Expand it like this. Very cool and very beautiful. So I can go on and select the other flare that, so I will select the other one here. Then I'll take my eraser and do the same to it. So I'll also just clean the sharp part of it, so that it will just blend with the background. So this is what actually I want to create. So after I'm done with this, I'll add the dates of the flyer or the date of the birthday. So I can just type maybe 18th. I will select it. I make sure that it's quite bigger. So let me take something like 30 and make sure that it is quite bold. And let me reduce the spaces between the text. Then I'll bring the 18 just here. Then I will type the months, April, something like this. But this time I will select the April and reduce. I will choose something like a regular. Then I will just reduce it a little bit, then and place it just under the April or the 18th, something like this. So now we are almost done with what we wanted to create. So we are going to add another effect to it. So I will go to my place link again and I will bring something like this here, something like a flyers, something like this. Then I will just place it here. Then after I've placed it, I will select it and go to my panel here and create a hue to it. So I will just click on this so that the hue will be on the only on the flyers. Then I will just click here so that I will change the color to the immediate background, something like this. Then I will push this a little bit so that it will look quite orange, so that it will look just like the background, something like this is cool. So I can play around it so that I'll get the perfect result. I think this one is very cool. So after I've gotten the one that I like, I just select it again and go to filter and go to my blur, then Gaussian blur. So I'll blur it a little bit, something like this. It's cool. Something like this is cool. Then I just hit on OK. Then I'll just go straightly to my eraser. Then I make sure that I clean the one which came on the picture, something like this. Very nice and very beautiful. So now after we have done with this one, we are going to add some few brushes to it. So I will just go to here and create a new layer, then go to my brushes. So these are my brushes. So I'll first select this brush. I'm going to use this brush to do some effects on it. So I can do something like this here. But first of all, let me change the foreground color to a white color so that it will look quite awesome. So I can just create something like this here. Then I will select it again and do Ctrl+J. Then I will just push the duplicates down, something like this is cool. Then I do Ctrl+J again and push the duplicate down. Then I do Ctrl+J again and push the duplicate down, something like this is cool. So now after I'm done with this, I can still go on and pick my brush again, and this time I'll pick this one. So I'll create a new layer again and reduce the size to something like this. Then this time I will just do some brushes here. So I will create this thing here and select the layer and do Ctrl+J again. I'll select my direction too. Then I'll move the duplicate a little bit. Then Ctrl+J, and I'll move the duplicate a little bit, something like this. Ctrl+J, then I'll move the duplicate a little bit. Then Ctrl+J, and I'll move the duplicate a little bit, something like this. Now after we have done with this, I will just select the flare that I put in front of the two images. I will just select it, then I will change it to a dodge color. So this is the outcome of the flyer. So it's looking so beautiful and amazing, and I have placed all the links just below the description. You can go on and download it and practice along with this tutorial. I want to thank you for your support and everything, and we will meet the same time again. And I want to say, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I want you to subscribe to the channel, for we do these stuffs here and we learn more about graphic designs. So if you haven't subscribed, I want you to subscribe it and have more amazing graphic design content. So thank you once again. We will meet once again. God bless you.